Hey guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It all started out with a good friend of mine calling me and telling me that he was in a jam. He just bought a truck at a police auction. He needed an interior and he needed to sell it. By the time this video airs, he'll be on his way to the 2022 Louisville Street Ride Nationals with this truck. I've only got a day to do it, maybe a day and a half, and less than $100. So for about 50 bucks in materials, this rat rod truck is going to receive new interior and making it where it's a pleasure to drive for its new owner. Maybe one of you guys will see this truck at the Nationals. I tell you what, the first person that finds this truck at the Nationals for sale sends me a picture of you standing beside the truck with your thumb up. I'll send you a t-shirt. So you got to take your picture with the truck at the Nationals, be a subscriber, and I'll send you a free Spanky's Hot Rides and Customs t-shirt. You can't beat that. But anyway, back to the video. Let's see what kind of trouble this truck got me into, what I did to get out of that trouble, and how I turned this rat rod into a cool vintage truck that's a pleasure to ride in. So watch the video, let me know what you think, and as always, thanks for the support. All right, guys, so what we have here, I'm gonna call Operation Tetanus. A buddy of mine bought this truck at a police auction, and it is sure enough a rat rod. I hate that term, but I understand why it's called that. My goal for this truck is to do the cheapest, absolute cheapest upholstery job known to man on it. I'm gonna give you some detailed pictures, video of what I start with, and then we're gonna see what I end up with. And trust me, this is going to be the absolute cheapest upholstery job I can do. All right, this is what I've got to deal with. Yep, all else fails, put in some mood lighting. I'll give you a little history on the truck when I get done, but it's sitting on a Nissan Frontier chassis. Wheelbase actually works pretty good on it, and it rides good. It's got a Nissan motor. It gets good mileage, but yeah, I have the same thoughts. I'm only an hour into it, and I've regretted this so much. You have no idea. The smell, the dust, this isn't the kind of stuff I like to do. I feel like I'm wasting my time. But I am helping a friend out, and the more and more I look at it, the more and more I feel like he's jammed up in what he's got in this thing. But gotta try to make some lemonade out of these lemons. This isn't old stuff, guys. This is these nuts and acorns and all that, they just came off the tree. So, all right, let's get the vacuum after this. Now I gotta scrub it so that the glue will stick and anything else I decide to do. I'm not gonna spend much time trying to reinvent the wheel, just clean it up some. So maybe these things are still good for a pattern. All right, before I put any padding down or anything, I was gonna show you, we're gonna use some black flex form. My supplier, Albright Supply. They're in Corinth, Mississippi. Great people to deal with. I'm gonna try to take you guys on a tour down there soon. Any of you guys follow me for the upholstery and stuff. But please don't judge me by what we're doing today. This is just how cheap can we make something more comfortable to ride in. All right, I got the rough length cut out. I'll lay it out in here so I can't stretch it out in shape. And let it get in all the areas that it needs to go. And now we get all the creases out of it while I'm working on the seat. Let me see if we can't get this glued in. This stuff right here doesn't have a backing to it, and it does exactly what its name is. It's flex form, and it'll flex and form over a lot of stuff. It may not get over every little ridge the way you'd want it to, but the glue that I'll use will form this stuff to most of the contours of this Nissan floor front, Ford truck floor rear. Yep, that's right. You got two cars welded together in there. All right, let's go see what we're doing on the seat over here while that all gets smoothed out a little bit. Okay, so got the seat out. You can see I got it up on one of my stands. And now it's time to decide whether or not I'm going to take this completely off or just cover over it. So what I'm going to try to do is clean it the best I can. And let me show you what I'm going to put on it. All right, so what I have here, if you guys can remember going on vacation as a kid and going and stopping at Stuckey's and getting your peanut brittle and your fudge. Well, we still have a few Stuckey's around here, and you can get these little Mexican blankets for $5.99. I've got 2 green ones left, and I'm gonna put those on this seat. That's $12 worth of upholstery. All right, we're back on the seat, and these are bent back hog rings. I'll show you what one of them looks like, or what some of them look like. Simple green. I use this stuff. It is awesome. It's not a commercial, but Simple Green, it's the way to go. Get a gallon of it for about 10 bucks at the dollar store. It dilutes. It probably makes about 4 gallons. Got a old Scotch Brite. So look at that Simple Green. It already broke it down. I had to look at it running off. I tell you, I like this stuff. That's as clean as that's gonna come. That white's just stained. All right, let's let that dry. All right, so I've got the blankets up here. The camera went off, sorry about that. And just trying to get the patterns to match coming down where it looks like it's all one piece, but really it's 2 blankets. and just tucking it in. I'll adjust it in a minute when I get it all situated. But you can see how smooth it looks going across. Had I not left the original vinyl underneath it, then it would be lumpy. Get it right in a second. But start in the center. Well, first you got to determine where you want your fold to be. Probably tuck the excess underneath here. All right, so for the sides, I reach up underneath there and I kind of grab it and I double it over like that, so where it leaves a nice edge. Pull that around. See, that's pretty nice. And I don't know if you can see, I painted all the rusty parts. But what I'll do, all right, so this is a hog ring that's loaded into the hog ring pliers. Basically, you want to just come over here and find the center and line up. Let's just try this little thin line right here. And we got them lined up. So let's just do that all the way down, keep the pattern together, and get this back cover on. All right, I'm finishing up this side over here. And as you see, I folded it around. It's nice and smooth on the front side. And I'm tucking it in, and I'm grabbing hold of some of the springs and in the back of the seat. And that's what the hog rings are for. If you just tried to hog ring the material, eventually it's gonna stretch and pull through. But if you get a bunch of material, that's like 3 or 4 layers, probably 4 layers of material there. Get in, push in, grab a hold of a spring that's on the back of the seat. Get that hog ring around it, and you can see this is the back. Nobody's ever gonna see it. It's all sealed off. Keeps all the interior clean now. And the side's really nice and neat and clean over here. It's all tucked in. There we go. For 12 bucks, some hog rings and a little bit of time. I'm digging it. So now what I'll do is, to keep this from pulling even more, I'll go up through here and hit it a little bit on the springs that are behind here, and it will just keep the back from moving out of place. And now let's grab hold of a couple on the bottom. I've already done a few across the bottom when I was pulling them together, pulling the 2 pieces together. You have to kind of pull it together when you're doing that. Let's get everything off the seat. We got the back done. And now we got to do the front, make sure everything's lined up. Make sure our pattern's lined up. But it's nice and tight, and it's not moving when you're sliding across it, but watch this. So now we got to do the bottom. So, being this is so thin, you got to try to keep your lines straight as you can. line these patterns up. All right, see how I know the patterns are lined up in the back side? Let's go back there and put a couple of hog rings going across. And then we can flip it and do the front. All right, so I got it laid back on its back. Hog ring in the front. Before I did this, I made sure that my pattern was lined up with the back. All right, on the home stretch now. I've got these corners done, and I didn't trim anything off of the blanket. I left it just like it, full length and everything. One thing I cut off was a few of those little tassels. Got my center lined up. Double check my pattern already. I fold the edge just to give it a little bit more to bite. All right, folks, on a scale from 1 to 10, I believe I'm about at a 2.5, but I think that it's going to be really nice in the truck. So, if you remember what it looked like, that's what it looks like now. So, after a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm going to put it back in. Well, I still got to put carpet in. Well, I took a Scotch-Brite to the dash and all the rest of the metal parts, knocked off all the crud, the mold, the grime, and then hit it with a little bit of linseed oil. And wasn't trying to shine it up, just trying to clean it up. So, all right, now I've got the carpet rough cut, and we're gonna go get some glue and start spraying this stuff in. All right. Got the floor glued and the back side of a quarter of the carpet glued. I'll glue that side, glue this side down, then do the opposite to that side, and then I'll flip the back forward and glue all the back down together. The front is what's going to give us the most trouble where it comes to the transmission tunnel. And of course, if you know this particular Ford truck, you know that most of this floor from the computer forward is out of the donor car. I gotta sort out 1 or 2 wrinkles, but I'll do that when I get through stretching it. All right, let's get this back down. All right, I got the back half of the carpet and floor glued, waiting on it to tack up, and then the carpet will be done, glued in, and I just gotta go back and fix a few wrinkles and trim out around the edges after I get through getting it all fitted. And then we'll make some kick panels and then some floor mats and get the seat back in. All right, so there you go. If you were with me in the beginning, you understand that this was a huge improvement. You can see what I did with the dash. I scrubbed it down, did some linseed oil on it, gave it a light sheen, a real clean look. You see the reason I went with this carpet, because this whole truck is built around like a Nissan Frontier. And they use the Nissan, most of the floor, the computer, where the computer mounted from the factory, back to somewhere right around in here. And these bolsters that the old seat from the Nissan bolted to, floor braces, you can see how this carpet, and this will all come out here. You know, I'm still working on that, but see how this carpet just forms and flexes around this obstacle? I mean, you know, you'd have had to get factory steam carpet to do that, and it wouldn't have fit the back half. So anyway, that's why I chose this product. No backing, stretch it, glue it, stick it, and it's there. The wrinkles will come out with a heat gun and a little bit of elbow grease. But anyway, now I got to get the seat back in and wrap this project up. Trim it all out. Got to trim out the doors and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, still got a ways to go, but gosh, I'm so glad we're at this point. Well, it seems like today is kick panel day. Got these kick panels going in the rat rod truck budget upholstery job. And then my good friend Kelly came over with these super cool aluminum kick panels that we just punched some louvers in for Corey's car. Corey is also one of our subscribers to the page. Corey, I'm gonna post this up, buddy, and let everybody see your Pro Street 55 Ford. Very, very cool car. So anyway, let me get these back done, and I'll probably share a little bit of Corey's louvers on this video, or may even just put it on its separate video. But anyway, let's get back on the rat rod truck build and get these kick panels done and get that thing out of here. All right, guys, so here is the old Ford truck. Like I said, a buddy of mine brought me this, in trouble on it, needing to sell it, and the interior was shot. And as you saw in some of the pictures, I'll show you what I've done to it. I wouldn't want to put my name on it as my best work, but it is absolutely the cheapest, fastest cleanup job I've ever done in my life. Scrubbed the dash, scrubbed all the other parts, fixed lights, got rust off the dash and everything else that you saw on it. So there's still a little mouse under the hood, y'all hear that? Pulled out all the old carpet, cleaned the floors, scrubbed the floors, vacuumed the floors, put down new carpet, built thresholds, painted them, painted the seat, Mexican blankets from Stuckey's, scrubbed and cleaned the doors. The only thing I didn't do is the headliner, and the headliner would have taken just as long to do as all the other stuff that I've done. You've got to have a stopping point when you're in one of these type projects like this. Built new kick panels, reinstalled the speakers, rewired the speakers. As you saw, the seat didn't really do anything on the back of the truck. You got to have a stopping point. But it's a pleasure to sit in now, and the air's blowing cold. It ought to make somebody a really neat little project, a little truck they can carry to the next level. That is a low buck cleanup interior. So anyway, let's take a look at the outside of the truck. God created the patina on this one, and he did a really, really good job. And this is 100% out in the woods. Still a little mouse under the hood. This truck is built on a, I believe, a Nissan Frontier chassis. Basically, as you saw in the video, they used the floor out of the Nissan. The chassis, the whole deal, just built new body mounts. Like I said, I got the taillights brake lights, turn signals working, built a tag bracket. Still got to kind of clean it up a little bit. Just did a lot of stuff to this little truck, and I'm done with it. I'm not sure what's squeaking under the hood, but somebody else will have to mess with it. Anyway, that's it. How fast can you clean one up and get it going? I think I got about 21 hours, 22 hours in doing all the little things that I've done, maybe 23 hours, counting all the mechanical issues and stuff like that. I had to break one of the tires down, fix a bead issue, and probably about less than $300 worth of supplies on the inside and the outside. Anyway, there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, tag, subscribe, tell your friends. If you found anything interesting in this video, hit that subscribe button. And as always, after you get through watching this video, get out in the garage and go build something. Thanks for watching.